Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carl. I'm a recovery coach here at Capra Recovery Center. Today is our family meeting for the day, and the topic I have picked here is working definition of recovery. We have some of the 10 guiding principles of recovery. I'll go through them. There's one, hope. The second one, person driven. The third one, many pathways. Number four, holistic. Number five, peer support. Number six, relationships. Seven, culture. Eight, addresses trauma. Nine, strengths and responsibility. And 10, respect. And we'll go right into it, okay? So definition. Working definition of recovery from mental health disorders and or substance use disorder, a process of change through which individuals improve their health and wellness, live a self-directed life, and strive to reach their full potential. Through the recovery support strategic incentive as the we need for major dimensions that support a life in recovery. Yeah, I have struggled with that word right there. We're going to health. Overcoming or managing one's disease or symptoms, for example, abstaining from use or alcohol, illicit drugs, and non-prescribed medications if one has addiction problem, and for everyone in recovery making informed, healthy choices that support physical and emotional well-being. Yeah, it's not always about well, a big part of it is your mental state, but your health. Your health is very important. Your physical is health very important, and your emotional well-being is very important as well. So we have to, tap into the physical, emotion, and spiritual, and we have to touch on all aspects, right? So we have another one, home, having a stable and safe place to live, and that was very important for me. And this time around, when I got in recovery, is having a stable place to live. In active addiction, I never had a stable place to live. I was living on somebody's couch or living in a shelter, or was living on the streets. I never had that secureness, right? I never had contentment. I never had my own stuff. I was just talking to my sponsor the other day. Like, wherever I stayed at, my bags were always packed. I was always on the go. I never felt settled in, right? So that plays a big part in, trying to get better and, having a stable place to live. And it helps big time when you get clean. It really does. You feel that safeness, and you're not always thinking if I'm going to have a place to live or not. It always that worrying stage of like, am I going to have food? Am I going to have shelter? Shelter is a big part. We'll go into purpose. Meaningful daily activities such as a job, school, volunteerism, family caretaking, or creative and independence, income, and resources to participate in society. So having a purpose in life. When I was in active addiction, I did not have a purpose. Sober, that my purpose I found is, giving back to my family, my friends, my community, and to all our recovering addicts, right? We have to find a purpose. And talks about meaningful daily activities. So, like, I have a routine of waking up, going to work. I like going to NA meetings. I go to family functions. Just the things of surround myself of recovery. So it's being of service. It talks about volunteering. So basically, I like being in service. I like keeping it fresh. I like giving back to people, and that's my purpose I found in recovery as well. We'll go into community. Relationships as social networks that provide support, friendship, love, and hope. So Hope, person-driven, many pathways, holistic. We were talking about this earlier. Peer support, relational. Culture addresses trauma, strengths, responsibility, and respect. So I definitely agree with these 10 principles. If you practice these, you definitely got a good shot in recovery. I'm big on a few of these. Um, Hope is definitely one. Um, because without hope, I don't think I'll be able to change, right? If I don't think I have hope in life, I'm just going backwards, right? I'm not going forwards. I'm not hoping for um, beginning to change or have a better life, or I can't get past the past, right? So I'm not hoping for something new. I'm just living in the past, and that's not good, right? I can't change it. Only thing I can do is move forward from it. Um, Person driven. You have to be driven. You have to look forward. Don't look backwards. Um, Keep moving no matter what. You have to, have that mentality of like, I can do this. Never give up. You have to do these little self-talk sometimes, right? Really have to. Nobody's gonna. I mean, you have your families and friends gonna push you, right? But like, um, they can't do it for you, right? You have to be the one who becomes the one that says, this is it. I'm gonna keep pushing no matter what. I can do this, because self-talk is very big because what I did in active addiction, and this was a big one of my big problems is I self-destruct, right? I always told myself I can't get clean sober, I can't do it, I'm no good, I'm never gonna be good, I'm never gonna have this, I'm never gonna have that. So I always beat myself up, right? I was always negative, person driven, right? I was always beating myself down on the ground. And now today, like I stay positive. Like if things don't go my way or things don't go as planned as I think they should, um, I know they'll get taken care of, right? I know they'll get done. I know things will happen. Things will come and go, right? And that's having faith, having hope, and identifying your strengths, right? You have to find what's good in you. You have to find out what you're good at and what you're not. 'Cause we're not always good at things, you know what I mean? And so we have to find out who we are, find out our strengths, find out our defects, and keep going no matter what. We'll go to recovery emerges from hope. The belief that recovery is real provides an essential and motivating message of a better future, that people can and do overcome the internal and external challenges, barriers, and obstacles that confront them. Hope is internalized and can be fostered by peers, families, providers, allies, and others. Hope is the catalyst of the recovery process. So recovery emerges from hope. I like it. Um, so the belief that recovery is provides an essential and motivating message of a better future, and that's what we want. That's what I want. Actually, I want a better future, right? Like the damage is done. I did what I did, but the reason why I got clean is to get better and to move forward. It's hard to uh, be stuck. That's what I felt like. I was stuck and I was just turning my wheels and I wasn't going anywhere. Now it was a lot of my own doing, you know. So I had to, have some hope and like I seen other people, get clean and stay clean. So that's where my hope came from. And when I went to treatment this last time, I seen somebody from they came in to speak at a treatment facility I was at, and they shared their spirit, strength, and hope, and they were from my town. So it's like it felt I felt like I can do it too. If this guy can do it, I can do it. And lo and behold, when I got out of treatment, I seen the guy that spoke in the treatment center, and you know, we kicked it off, and like that motivated me, right? That gave me the hope in the sense of I can do this too, you know. Very big, very big. We'll go to recovery is person driven. Self determination and self direction are the foundation for recovery as individuals define their own life goals and design their unique paths. Toward those goals, individuals optimize their autonomy and independence to their greatest extent possible by leading, controlling, and is exercising choice over their services and supports that assist their recovery and resilience. In so doing, they are empowered and provided the resources to make informed decisions and incentive recovery build on their strengths and regain control over their lives. So person driven. So I guess the 10 things that we um, spoke on: hope, person driven, many pathways, holistic. So we're just giving like the definitions of these points. So, and it talks about pathways, right? I'm real big on pathways, different pathways for different people. Because there's not always one set pathway everybody got to take. Because mine can look different from yours, and yours might look different from mine. I can't project or be judgmental towards anybody, because I try to treat people equal. I try to treat everybody the same, and not be judgmental and be self-centered and selfish, you know. And like I said earlier, nobody's going to do it for you, so you have to be person driven. You have to keep going, keep pushing, and um, you have to. We can't. I always say I'll never give up. If I give up, then I'm doomed. All right. Recovery occurs many pathways. Individuals are unique with distinct needs, strengths, preference, goals, culture, and backgrounds, including trauma experiences that affect and determine their pathways. To recovery is built on the multiple capabilities, strengths, talents, coping abilities, resources, and inherent value of each individual recovery pathways are highly personalized. They may include professional clinical treatment, use of medication, support from families and schools, faith-based approaches, peer support, and other approaches. Recovery is non-linear, characterized by continual growth and improved functioning that may involve setbacks because setbacks are a natural, though not a vital, part of the recovery process. It is essential to foster resilience for all individuals and families. Absence from the use of alcohol, illicit drugs, and non-prescribed medications is the goal for those who are in addiction. Use of tobacco and non-prescribed illicit drugs is not safe for anyone. In some cases, recovery pathways can be enabled by creating a supportive environment. This is especially true for children who may not have the legal or development capacity to set their own course. So recovery occurs many pathways. Some of them it says medications. Some need peer support, faith-based support from family and friends. There's a lot of ways that we can recover, and they change from day to day. Every day is different. I get my support and my journey. It changes on a day basis. You know, um, one day I'll get my support and my pathway, and one day is talking to my sponsor, doing step work, and talk to other recovering addicts. The next day, might be a meeting and talking with other recovering addicts as well. So it changes, but I try to keep it on an even playing field. Like I do something each day for my recovery. That's one thing I didn't do different. I did do different this time is continuing my recovery when I got a treatment. I always got clean in jails and in treatment and got out and didn't follow through. So I wasn't person driven, right? I didn't see the hope piece. Um, I didn't continue the process of recovery, and I went backwards. Because I had no. It talks about coping skills. Like I had no good coping skills, right? My thought about myself and my perception on life was damaged. It was no good. You know, so my pathway started, I think, when I got a treatment and continued on my journey. Because I always did want the treatment, got clean, and it happened multiple times. I got out and then ended up using. So I didn't have them coping skills. I didn't have still didn't have responsibility. I didn't take responsibility for my own actions, right? I still had something in me that cried out for failure, you know. So I had to change that into smashing. Uh, I had to smash that out of my vocabulary. Like I can do this. I have hope. I can see how people get clean, stay clean. I had to move. I had to move forward no matter what. All right. Recovery is holistic. Recovery encompasses an individual's whole life, including mind, body, spirit, and community. This includes addressing self-care practices, family housing, employment, transportation, education, clinical treatment for mental health disorders, and substance use disorder services and supports, primary health care, dental care, complementary and alternative services, faith, spirituality, creativity, social networks, and community participation. The arrays of services and supports available should be integrated and coordinated. Um, so touch on a couple of things. Include self-care practices, family, housing, employment, transportation, education, treatment, and treatment on mental disorders. It's always a lot of times co-occurring. I can't just treat one, I can't treat the other. I have to treat both as equal. Some days it's going to be different. I have to treat my recovery more so than the mental health aspect. So it does change on a different day basis. But I have to continue on both. I have to, if I have to take medications, if I have to take a therapist, a counselor, and from a recovery aspect, I have to talk to my sponsor, a recovery addict. So there's different things that we have to do, and that changes on different individuals. Like everybody's pathway is different, right? And we have to continue to work on ourselves. We have to find, I want to say, our niche. We have to find out what works for us. So our recovery is holistic. So I think holistic to me means like everything. I have to the mind, body, spirit. So recovery is supported by peers and allies. Mutual support and mutual aid groups, including the sharing of experiential knowledge and skills, as well as a social learning play an invaluable role in recovery. Peers encourage and engage other peers and provide each other with a vital sense of belonging. Supportive relationships value roles in community through helping others and giving back to the community. One helps oneself peer coordinated supports and services provide important resources to assist people along their journeys of recovery and wellness. Professionals can also play an important role in the recovery process by providing clinical treatment and other services that support individuals in their chosen recovery paths. While peers and allies play an important role for many in recovery, the role is for children and youth may be slightly different. Peer support for families is very important for children with behavioral health problems and can also play a supportive role for youth in recovery. So it's talking about families and youth and the support for the peers, for the family, for the youth, We all need support, even not the addict, right? The family as well. We got kids, we got family members, we got friends, we have society itself. So they have to find their recovery process as well, because if you're like me, I caused a lot of damage to families, friends, and so on. So they definitely have to find their pathway of recovery as well. You know, um, you know, Recovery is supported by peers and allies. So peer-oriented supports and services provide important resources to assist people along their journey of recovery and wellness. So recovery and wellness. And what does that look like for you? Recovery means continue to change, continue to grow. Um, Wellness means for me, taking care of yourself, self-care, uh, going to the doctor, getting blood work, getting checked, so that's one thing I did. I left unattended for a long time is my wellness, right? I wasn't taking care of myself, and that led to, you know, be honest with you, I had Hep C because I was an IV user. So there's like things I didn't take care of, and that catches up to you. Yeah, it really does. Um, we'll go to the next one. Recovery is supported through relationship and social networks. An important factor in the recovery process is the presence and involvement of people who believe in the person's ability to recover, who offer hope, support, encouragement, and we also suggest strategies and resources for change. Family members, peers, providers, faith groups, community members, and other allies form vital support networks through these relationships. People leave unhealthy and unfulfilling life roles behind and engage in new roles partner, caregiver, friend, student, employee that lead to a greater sense of belonging, personhood, empowerment, autonomy, social inclusion, and community participation. So recovery is support through relationship and social networks. Yeah. I have relationships that, the people I do have, they do support me. Um, yeah, like everybody needs support. I definitely need support, right? It's a definitely important factor for my recovery process, right? It talks about we offer hope, support, encouragement, and I give that back to people I love, because I was given to me. I can't keep what I have by not giving it away, right? So I give that sense of giving that hope back and giving that support back like it was given to me. That's very important for me in my recovery. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read this last part here. I will end it there. Recovery is culturally based and influenced. Cultural and cultural background and all of its diverse reputations, including values, traditions, and beliefs. Oh, I'm real big on this values, traditions, and beliefs are keys in determining a person's journey and unique pathway to recovery. Services should be culturally grounded, attuned, sensitive, con- congruent, and impeachment, as well as personalized to meet each individual's unique needs. So we'll go with the topic as recovery is culturally based and influenced. So cultural and cultural background and all its diverse reputations. So it doesn't matter what culture you come back from, like what your background is. I don't care how much you used, where you came from, or how much you have, or how little you have. We'll try to treat everybody equal. Um, and it talks about values and traditions and beliefs. Something I didn't have in active addiction, right? I developed that stuff while I was in recovery. Sometimes I push my values, my morals, my beliefs, and my traditions, right? I push them on people, and because I feel strong about some of our opinions and beliefs, right, our values. So I have to, keep mine in check, and everybody doesn't match up, right? We all have different, things going on, and I have to, you know, um, check myself sometimes, right? I have to sometimes keep my mouth shut, and everybody's belief system and opinions are different. So it's really big to check myself and know when to uh, speak, as I said. So um, yeah, I will end it there, and that was our family meeting for the day. It's working definitions of recovery, and there was a few of them here that really stuck out to me. There's a lot of principles in recovery as well, but these were 10 guiding principles of recovery. And with that, my name is Carl. I'm a recovery coach here at Calvary Recovery Center. Until next time, we'll see you later.